Hello, Namaste. It's me, Prakash Subedi. Dear student of grade 7, welcome all of you. It's the second class. I'm going to teach you social study. Last time, we made discussion about the society and different types of phenomenon of it and importance of society. Why do we need society and so on. We made such type of questions, such type of discussion. I think you have submitted the answer of these questions to your concerned teacher. Let's come to the today's class. The today's class is about the socialization. As being the human being, we are the social animal. That's why socialization is very important. Here we are living together. This is the part of socialization. One learned something else, or the culture of one that is very beneficial for the next one. The skill of one that may be useful for the other. We are sharing several things living together in here. That is the part of culture, part of socialization. We are grown up within this age. We learn many things from the different sources. It's like in your family, you get love and care, then you are grown up. Not only that, that means you are learning many things from your family or the family members. You have your own surrounding, your neighborhood. You are learning great things from the surrounding or the neighborhood too. You may have your society. You are reading in, joining in a school. So you may have visited different places. Wherever you go, wherever you visit, wherever you will get yourself, then from there you will learn something else. That means the different settings will make you wise or learn skilled one. So all of these parts are necessary for the development of the people. So which is made by the socialization. Before entering here, you may see the picture. The many people are together in there and then sharing, enjoying. If so, what is socialization mean? Let's define the term at first. Socialization. In fact, socialization is the process. It is the continuous process because learning never ends. Whatever we learn, that will be used for the future, or whatever we learn, the good things that we will adapt in the future for our own career development, so that the learning process is not limited within a certain time and it is continuously going on. Never stop. Learning, is it ever possible to stop? No. Wherever or whatever it comes within our life, we learn something else. So that this is not the part to stop or limited within certain boundary. It is continuous and going on phenomenon. So, how to define the term socialization is the process. You may see the highlighted points in there. The process, the process, the process. The process by which the individuals, we, the single persons, learn and adapt to the culture of their society. That means in the society, everything is possible from grown up to when the baby born in the society, then it will make the one good human resource from that one. It means what? From the birth up to the death, that persons will be within the society. Then the phenomenon of the societies are learn, spend the life and then leave the land. That means what? Everything for the individual is society. So, the by which individuals learn and adapt to culture of their society. Whatever that person learn, that will be adapted, that will be shown, that will be exhibited or demonstrated within the society too. So, how can we define is that socialization is the process by which individuals learn and then adapt to culture of the society. Or in another word, in another sentence also, we can define the socialization. It is the process of learning and teaching. Someone will teach, someone will show, that's why we learn, that means that is teaching. And we are learning. The learning and teaching about prevailing norms and values, traditions, rules and regulations. These are the social phenomena existing in our society. So whatever the phenomenon that we may have the different norms and values, we have the different cultures according to the different caste, we may have the different types of rules in the society to do the different things in there. So whatever things are prevalent in the society, that will be taught by someone else, by our elders, then we learn. So this learning and teaching process combinedly termed as the socialization. Once again, the process of learning and teaching about the prevailing norms, whatever existing norms and values, whatever found in the society, of learning and teaching about the prevailing norms and values, traditions, rules and regulations existed in the society, that is called socialization. In another way also, you may say that the core part is same, but the different also we can define. Socialization is the process of learning about the social attitudes, terms, opinions and their way of living. From there also we are learning something else. Someone will show, that means some are exhibiting that type of lifestyles, then we learn, and then if there are the good parts of the good aspects of their living, then we learn, we adapt. If their thoughts are very valuable, then we learn, then we will adapt. If their norms, values are very important, if we think useful, then we adapt and then we spend our life or we make our life easy. So in this way, this is socialization. In fact, this is the learning and teaching parts. What we learn and teach, that is the social phenomenon. The social phenomenon includes norms, values, traditions, rules, regulations, whatever are existing in the society, all comes that we learn, that every individual learn and make their life, shape their life, or this case their life. So this whole total phenomenon or the process system as the socialization. The student, you may define in any one way, that is what is socialization, by which individuals learn and adapt the cultures of their society, or you may define like this one, learning and teaching about prevailing norms and values, traditions, rules and regulations, or it is the process of learning about the social attitudes, traditions, opinions and their way of living. In any way, you may define the term socialization. It is the learning process, right? So you may see one picture in there. When we are child, what type of attitude that we have? When we are involving or when we are being the member of society, then how easy that we feel to do the same work. When you are individual, we may have such type of thinking because you don't have anything else, you didn't learn anything else. That's why I can't, right? I can't. But when come down, either I can or not, may be confused. And there won't be any ways, I'm stuck, either to do or not, to go or not, I learned or not, I'm stuck. Then there will be such type of state of mind, I don't know what to do. And when you get your friends, oh, let's work together. When you will be in the society, some of the knowledge you get, there is sharing, and then you become together in there. Let's work together. Why not? We can. They join, prepare the ladder, and then goes up. To cross this land, first of all, they just dig down under this pitch, and then fall down under that pitch, and slowly, can I go up or not? There was the confusion. When you learn the different ideas and successfully you come up. It means what? This is the learning bit. It is learning process. You learn. Whatever it happens, something you learn. No matter good or bad, but something you learn. So that human beings participate in various social activities or based policies, rules and regulations adopted by the society. That means as being the human, then that will be the member of society and adopt the social rules and regulations. The lifelong process of learning is termed as the socialization. How to conclude this socialization means what? The lifelong process of learning, that means never ending. It will continue whenever our life is existing. So like this one, the lifelong process of learning is termed as the socialization. It helps an individual to become an ideal social member of the society by teaching their members them social knowledge, skill, attitudes and so on. That means what type of skill or what type of human power, what type of citizens it needs, or what type of social members that it needs. Then to mix us type of, to make the frame of that citizens, then that society plays a very important role. And it will also, the social phenomena are automatically or ultimately equipped in the mind of every social member by the socialization process. It helps a person to involve in their social environment and develops their personalities too also as a productive citizen gradually. Before also, that means we born in the society, then one day sure we will leave that society. It means within that time that persons will be complete their life. Then whatever prestigious peoples or what type of people or type of social members it could be in there, then it will be and then pass the life. It means it helps the persons to involve in their social environment and develops their personality as the productive citizen gradually. That means from child to death, then there will be what? That will be the capable or productive citizens that created by the socialization process, that we can say. So now, what are the characteristics of the socializations? What are the characters that remains in the socialization? Characteristics of socialization. You may see in the diagram. So, 4 important characters are shown in there. As already we have discussed about the first, lifelong learning process which makes an individual idle and practical one. Before, we learn nothing. We came on that society with empty mind. The family gives some of the love and affections, rear care and so on. Many things we learn from the family members, and gradually we will be the member of society automatically. And many things, whatever happens in the society, we start to learn. And this learning process will be continue up to the death. It means lifelong process, life-going process. Lifelong learning process which makes an individual idle and practical. What are the norms and values? What are the traditions of the societies? Then by equipping all of these things, good things of the society, then we will be a idle persons in the society, or we will be a practical one. We will be an adult, we will be a mature in the society, so that we start to contribute in it. So if there is the bad society, that citizens will be also the same. Whatever norms and values are adopted in the society, that will shape the mind of people. That's why then societal characters define the mind of people. It means the lifelong process, how much you will spend the time in the society, that type of mind that you can develop, that type of persons you will be, that much of practical you can be. So that lifelong learning process which makes any individual idle and practical one. And it is the process of handing over the culture from one generation to next generation. Lifelong in that sense, it is the lifelong process. Not only this one, whatever norms and values or whatever good aspects that society has, that will be transferred to the next generations too. Such type of characters or such type of social phenomena are adopting by the coming generations. The ideal citizens will be created by learning from the societal phenomenon, so that this is the process of handing over the culture. Whatever culture existed before, that will be gradually, that will be learned by the children. Means gradually that type of cultures used to be transferred to the coming generation, so that generation to generation such social phenomena are transferred. So what we can say is that it is the process of handling over the culture from one generation to another generation. Everything is possible to pass, right? That's why we learn to respect other, we learn to wish other, that means we learn to help each other. That's why we didn't learn from our birth, but gradually we became the member of society. Gradually we have seen different types of activities in the society, and then we learn, oh, we need to do all of those things. That means it should be done in the society. So in this way, there is good things. That means the grandfather transfer all of the familial behaviors into the father, mother, and father, mother will transfer into their son and daughters, and son and daughters will become father, mother. Again, it will be transferred to their own children. So in this way, it will be continued. That social phenomena, social skills, knowledge, attitudes, norms and values are transferred from one generation to another generation continuously. So that it is what the process of handing over the culture from generation to generation. Like that, this is the process which increases an individual's confidence in the society or in their society. That means the child will become the mature. The child, that small one, will become the big one. That means not only by the weight and height, that means by intellectual or by the mind also. So that maturity works in the society. So that the individual's confidence will be work in there. This is my social behavior, this is my level of participation in the society, that will ultimately make you quite confident to do or to involve in there. If this is my role to do in my society, then that will start to do the different things and then try to make sorry, or try to increase the confidence within him. When that person will be involved once, then it will be very easy. While speaking in front also, if you try once, if you didn't do before, then at that time it is very difficult to speak. But when gradually you start to speak in front, then your confidence level will be increased once you can control the mass. It means what? That level of confidence will be more when you are the member of the society. You start to learn from the society, you gain the experiences from the society, that society will teach you to increase the confidence and will make you a mature persons or useful human resource of the society. So that it is the socialization, or as the character of the socialization, what we can say is that the individual's confidence will be increased in the society. And it is the process varies through time, space, and the nature of the societies also. The socialization process is not same all over the world. That means all over the nation, all over the parts or any regions. What is the meaning of this one is that the socialization process takes place, or the socialization process defines or differs according to the time. Harsh time, the learning may be quite difficult. Harsh time, that confidence will be increased differently, right? If you need to fight with any troubles, you must be more courageous than the normal situations. In normal situation, no need to do anything else, so that type of confidence, that much of confidence you didn't collect. But if you need to tackle with the great barriers or great obstructions, at that time you need to have a great courage. So like that, what type of time spent in your society, that society will teach you such type of confidence also. The society will help to have such type of confidence also, so that you can easily tackle that situation. The socialization process differ according to the time also. That time make the different types of learning process. The time make or teach the different types of knowledge to the people. What type of space is in there? Large space, easy way to gain, or narrow space, no more space. Within it also must learn the all phenomenon of life. That means what? Automatically, what type of space will be provided, then accordingly that persons will learn, right? And then the nature of the society, the societal nature is not same. Some of the rules and regulations are very hard in the society. Some of societies are very flexible, or freedom to enjoy all of the rights, but still few of the social problems or social disorders may be enhanced in there. At that time, what will be the situation of the society, what type of society is formed, then accordingly such type of social phenomena are made in there, social rules and regulations are made, social attitudes are formed, then that social attitudes, by following these social attitudes, are to follow these norms and values of the different societies, the people will also get the shape up like this one. It means the process, the socialization process, not same in all societies in same order or same way, so it will be different according to the time, space and nature of the society too. Let me to repeat once again the characteristics of the socializations. These are the major characters. There are several characters, but these are the major characters. This is the lifelong process which makes an individual ideal and practical. The people will be a practical one, that will make the ideal one. What type of human resource or what type of citizen that society need, accordingly that type of citizen is possible to produce if the socialization process is very well. It is lifelong in that sense that it is never ending process. Always we are learning something else from the society. Process which increases an individual's confidence in the society, it also try to increase the confidence within a persons, within a citizens to them. Handing over the culture from the one generation to generation, so that we know our past, so that the coming generation will know about us, the societal phenomenon, and so on. It is easy to pass the history or the historical facts if the socialization process takes place. It's like that. The characteristics of the society or the socialization is ever changing, that we say. It differs according to the time, what type of time occurs in the society. Accordingly, there will be the different types of circumstances setting in there, and people will learn differently. And what type of spaces are available, accordingly people will involve and learn. And then the nature of society also differs. What type of flexible society or hard and fast societies, what type of societies will be formed, accordingly that persons will be involved and learn the different type of skills, so that it varies. That means the socializations also varied according to time, space and nature, means not same in all over the world. Yesterday I think you got this one. So now, within the socialization, what are the means and agents of the socializations? What things try to make, many times I have repeated with the same words, many things give the shape, knowledge to the children and so on. But what are these things in fact? Then I have tried to categorize it in here, means and agents of socialization. What are the factors that will help to be socialized, to teach something else or to learn from something? So the process of socialization goes from birth to death. It is known to us because it is ongoing phenomenon. The practices, traditions and institutions which help us to socialize are termed as the means and agents of the socialization. Especially these practices, traditions or the institutions which are helping us to get the knowledge to achieve something else, that is the agents of socialization. Such means and agents are also categorized as the primary and secondary agents, means and agents. Yet simply what we can understand is that the means and agents of socialization means such type of characters, such type of social phenomena which are helping us to learn something else. These phenomena are simply termed as the means and agents of socializations. Such factors, such things are, or such means are categorized in two parts as primary agents, primary means and agents, or secondary means and agents. What are these primary? Such type of things are also classified into. If so, what are the primary means and means or agents, or what are the secondary? First of all, let's talk about the primary means and means or the agents. So it is totally informal. By formal process we won't learn. Informally, automatically we learn something else. Right? No need of any formality. That is, you may see in the picture. Family and friends, these are the primary means and agents. Right? You need not to set anything else to learn from the family. Right? Automatically you burn and then you start to learn. Love, care, affection, you start to feel from the family. And friends also, you need not to do anything else to get the friends. Automatically the friend, there will be the friends and you will learn something else. His behavior, your behavior, or each and everything, their culture, your culture and their cultures, then you learn something else. Then the friends will be also formed without any, effort. So formally you need not to do anything else, so that whatever things that will comes, that will form informally. Whatever institutions which will make you to conscious or make you to learn something else informally, that is termed as primary means or the agents of socializations. Like family and friends are what? The primary means or agents of the socialization. From family what you learn? The unlimited things that you learn from the family. Right? This is the first home, first education centers, whatever you said. And friends, from friends also, what things you are learning? Many things you are learning in there also. That means these are the things that we get or we achieve something else to shape for us. Next, neighborhood and kin groups. Neighborhood and kin groups, marriage and customs or festivals. These are the other means are the agents of the socialization. You may see in the picture also. There is what? The helping each other and doing the tax, carrying the tax in the society. That means no formality is in there. One will share, another will share, then learn something else. So neighborhood, from neighborhood you go and share, learn. your own group, playing group, or the other types of groups that you get in the society. From them also you learn something else, or any types of ceremonies, that marriage or any customs, or while celebrating the festivals also you are learning something else, sharing something else, or norms and values of the societies are reflected from there and you achieve. So that these are termed as what? The primary means or agents of socialization. All of these tasks, while doing these tasks, while involving in the marriage ceremony, while involving or exhibiting some of the customs, or while celebrating any types of festivals, automatically there will be get together, and then we will learn. Different people get together, and then they may have the different types of attitudes, norms, values, each and everything, lifestyles, knowledge that we learn from them also. It means what? We can get many things from the these neighborhood or kin groups or any sorts of systems too. So now, what are the secondary agents or the means of socializations? Simply, agents which help an individual to become socialized formally or from formal institutions. Now, there are the different settings in the society also, like your school, that we said this is the formal institutions from where certain type of knowledge will be given from here. Unlimited knowledge you may get, but the purpose of such type of formal institutions will have to deliver or to provide some of the behaviors, skills, resource, and so on. That's why that type of agents which help an individual to become socialized formally, that type of agents are termed as the secondary agents. Like educational institution like school and college, you may see the children are learning, though they are in the school, but learning to plant the animals or watering the plants in there. Local organizations, NGOs, INGOs are equally the parts of the socialization process. Political institutions like political parties, they are giving the different types of knowledge, also involving within that also we will get the knowledge about to be together to accept the others' views or to implement, to form the plans, policies, or to implement it, to participate in that type of plan and policies, and everything is possible to get from the political parties too also. Business and occupational group, different sorts of knowledge are possible to get from the different type of group also, the business and the occupational group, from where we also get the knowledge about to exchange our attitude. We will make the attitude about to exchange each other, helping each other. Economic institutions like being cooperative, etc. also, from where also we are together and we will solve our own economic problem. We learn something else. And religious institutions like temples, churches, monasteries, etc. These also give some of the shape. That means developing the religious attitude means developing the disciplined attitudes, and so that is useful for the society. In this way, these are what the secondary agents. Formally, we learn something else from these different types of education. Just like being, we will get the economic knowledge, especially that is what the focus of this formal institution, to provide the economic knowledge, like this one. So religious thoughts from the different types of religious institutions. That means the purpose will be one. Then formally they will teach or make us disciplined. So in this way, the primary and secondary agents are the means make us to socialize differently in our society. Dear students, what we can conclude is that all these agents help to change a human being to the social being. From birth to death, it will be continued. That's why we will be a social being in here. A human being is very weak in the original status or the state, but now in top species among all because of socialization. Why socialization important? Because before, when in our origination state, then we were alone in there, so we learned nothing in there. We were very weak, but when we started to live in the together in the society, then we became the top. Superior human beings or to superior beings. So it is made by the socialization. It is also considered as the social participations, which is basic aspects for the fulfillment of social needs and developments. That means participation will be increased due to this socialization. Social participation also promotes understanding, cooperating among the people, so that civilized society can be formed. And then the socialization is foundation of all social development and the transformation which is possible due to this socialization process. Dear students, so you have few of the questions in here. After reading all of this, What is socialization? Simply you will define the term, the process of 3 definitions I gave in there, list the characteristics of it, 4 characters that we discuss. And how does primary means and agents help to be socialized? Explain that means primary, that means informally what will help or how we will be learned, like this one. Hope you will do these questions and show to your teacher. Dear students, this much for today. Then we will join in next class. Have a great time. Thank you.